So, hi everyone. Firstly, I'd like to take the opportunity to welcome you all to my YouTube channel, The Space Alchemist. And today I'm going to break down something that took me months, just under next 15 minutes. So, today I'm going to talk about the most talked about retrograde, that is the Mars retrograde. The reason why I'm talking about it today is because I'm a Vastu coach and consultant, architect, and interior designer. And with my study in Vastu, I had the opportunity of exploring astrology as well. And this is something that I want to share with you all for educational purposes. So today we'll be covering about Mars retrograde. Now, we have two aspects of how we look at Mars retrograde. One is Mars retrograde taken in birth charts, and Mars retrograde taken yearly. But here specifically when we talk about Mars retrograde happens every once in 2 years. It's not yearly, it's once in 2 years. Okay. And of course, like Mars in retrograde and birth chart is a completely different sense. But the basic fundamental of this Mars retrograde is that the planet Mars properties and personalities remain the same. The only thing that we see how it differs is how its actual application differs in both birth chart analysis and yearly analysis. When I mean yearly analysis, again rephrasing, Mars retrograde happens every once in 2 years. I mean that yearly analysis. Okay, so generally when we talk about Mars is something that talks about willpower, it talks about stamina, it talks about energy, it talks about aggression, it talks about it talks about more than self or sense of self. It does talk about how that sense of self defines you, what you see yourself as. It's not about what others see you, what others perceive you, or what you have understood about yourself. It's what you perceive of yourself, to an extent, what I see about Mars. And Mars is something about, I would say, your mind, the rapidness of your mind, the thought process of your mind. Along with that, to an extent, where Mars sits also plays in a very important role. Before I come to that, let me first tell you, when we talk about Mars in a birth chart, wherever Mars sits in the birth chart, in your divisional chart, say D1 or anywhere, you have to first check, one, which house it is sitting in, second, if there's any other planet associated with Mars, and which degree is Mars basically there at. Okay, and when, if Mars is in retrograde or in Vakri, you will be able to see Mars with an R sign on top. It's generally in a circle or without a circle, which means that particular planet is retrograding in that particular house of your birth chart. So you will be able to understand if it's good or bad. Now the thing with Mars retrograde is, it doesn't always have to be bad, but Mars is a planet of lot of aggression, energy, and all, willpower and all of that. So it's very important to see how it is applied. In a birth chart, imagine your Mars is sitting in the sixth house and it is in retrograde. Here, what happens is, the sixth house deals with enemies, health issues, and all of that. And having a Mars sitting here, only Mars, not the retrograded Mars, only Mars might prove beneficial for you to win over your enemies, to win over any health issues, to tackle health issues, get better health and all of that. But in, if you look at that, it's considered very favorable to have Mars in the sixth house. But if you take the same aspect, if the same Mars is sitting in the sixth house but it is in retrograde, either of the two things will happen. Generally there might be other categories of it, but I would put it across these two. One, the effects of your bad, that whatever you're facing is bad, is either because the enemies, they're putting a lot of, enemies are only hurting you a lot more than what it would have without a retrograde. You're getting a lot of hits from your enemies, a lot of pain from your enemies. It's almost 3-4 times in the actual rate of what you would have got without the retrograde of Mars in that house. So you would have got more health issues, more things to tackle. You'll go through situations where you need more willpower and all of that. So in one sense, when you're going through so much problems, one thing is that your willpower will strengthen and it'll make you much stronger mentally. So even when you have a lot of external noise, you tend to make peace with it and know how to tackle it and finally come victorious over enemies or health issues or whatever. Otherwise, if it is the second aspect that I said, it might not be proven beneficial for you if your Mars is in retrograde and you're going through these things like health issues or enemy issues and all. because Mars is also about anger and agitation and all that. Because of the things that your enemies are trying to put you through, you might actually feel frustrated and react upon it. Sometimes the reaction might be very aggressive. This might further take you to either legal issues or jury duties and all of that, and it'll further go into other aspects. So it completely depends on how the energy of Mars in you is actually represented during these phases, because it is fixed. If your Mars is sitting in your sixth house and eighth house, or if there's any other planet associated with Mars sitting in your sixth and eighth, you will go through issues related to your enemies or your health issues and all of that. But it's completely up to you how you use the Mars retrograde. Is it going to be beneficial, or is it going to be non-beneficial? Is completely based on your approach to dealing with the object or dealing with the problem. Because like I said, astrology is not an end all solution by just doing a couple of remedies. At the end of the day, what plays an important role is how you react to the particular situation. Okay, so it's very important you look into that. Just a little deviation from the Mars retrograde. There's a saying that even though you have multiple mahadashas, we have another section of videos where we talk about mahadashas, but when we talk about it, we say the planets that are most, or in a general sense also, the most feared planets in astrology are Saturn, Ketu and Rahu. But many people don't understand that the most important planet to rule all of them is Moon, because Moon deals with emotions and how you react to situations emotionally and mentally. So this is just something that you can look into. While Moon deals with the emotional quotient, I would say Mars deal with the physical expression of it. So these two play a very important role. And if you ever have a combination of Mars and Moon sitting anywhere, you can see the person is too emotional because of the Moon and too expressive because of Mars. Again, if it's sitting in favorable houses, this can prove beneficial. If it's not sitting in favorable houses, then it can of course take for a wronger turn. So I would suggest, irrespective of what your birth chart suggests, you have the opportunity to change things with the reactions that you give out. So you will have to put yourself in a place where you have to consume down or put down your anger, aggression, all of that. And one of the best ways to suppress that extra energy in yourself is going to the gym. A lot of people do tell me meditation and all works. I agree with meditation works, but Mars has an intense energy that needs to burn out. It has to get burnt out. Meditation all might calm it down, but the energy has to completely burn out. So gym is something that I would definitely suggest all of you. Or heavy lift training, running, the high athletic things that you have, you need to do it to get that entire energy out of your system, so then you can calm down with meditation later. Okay. One other aspect is when we look at Mars in retrograde, like I said, Mars retrogrades every once in 2 years. There's actually a very famous cricketer that you guys would have been aware of, one of India's most loved cricketer, who actually has Mars retrograde in his chart, and you can actually see how beneficial it is for him. But like I said, when you come into the yearly analysis, or when Mars goes into retrograde once in every 2 years, some things that you can see is during this phase you'll see a lot of aggression within you, where you'll feel I have to prove a point. This is a question of my self-worth. And again, it depends on which place it's sitting in your divisional chart at that particular time. Where is the transit happening in? All of these aspects will be taken into consideration and looked into. But most of the times, I would say, for a Mars retrograde, more than a remedy, burning out energy and practical thinking and actual expression has to be looked into. Again, like I said, expression of your thoughts have to be managed properly. Only when this happens, you will be able to get a better idea of how you want to lead. And these are not just astrological remedies, these are things that you need to learn as a human being, because aggression, anger and anger and all are not always right. You need to know how to restrict yourself to a certain extent. Yes, of course, express it, but don't push it to an extent where you can't, it goes into rage. That's not what we're looking at. Okay, so that is about Mars retrograde as such. This is a very generic video, because it, of course, when you're talking about once in every 2 years in a yearly analysis and birth chart, it has a lot more things to deal with, but this is the basic funda of it. So saying that, thank you very much.